So you force parties to create bogus paperwork. All parties, even if I get ₹1,00,000, I have to make 10 little receipts on bogus names showing that I've received 10,000 or under. This is a fact. How do we get over that? Parties' paperwork is fine, and as the Honorable Election Commissioner said, big parties do their paperwork very well because they can afford to have accountants and people who sit day and night making these little bogus receipts. The fact is you have received 1 lakh, you are spending that 1 lakh. If you're honest as a party organizer, you don't put even ₹1 of that in your pocket. But that money is not accounted for because the donor doesn't want to be accounted for. Perhaps this had an origin in the time when donors did not want to be politically victimized by the successive government. Because if you were a donor and a supporter of one party, then you were obviously against the other party. Many people today therefore give equally to all parties to keep everybody happy. None of this money is accounted for. So let us also think when we criticize, don't we have to look at the donors? And who are these donors? Real estate. Most of the money we know in any transaction of property or land, a minimum of 30% is expected to be paid in black money. Smugglers, mining interests, all sorts of these kinds of people who deal in black money are the ones who also have to keep their political parties happy. The legal collection of funds therefore has to have a whole new kind of thinking. Now, when Election Commission says 25 lakhs, you had Outer Delhi till recently, till delimitation, you had 29 lakh voters. Now, if I as a candidate want to even send a ₹1 postcard to each of my voters saying, please vote for me, my 29 lakh voters, I have to spend ₹1 each on them. Please tell me, how do I have any money left for anything else? These are realities. Now the Election Commission has said you can only have these many vehicles. I know, it's easy to get around that. Some vehicles will have stickers and the others won't. And if you prevent open expenditure, it goes underground, it doesn't lessen. You buy party workers because there are hardly any ideologies left. So if buying over a candidate means buying over their party workers, you pay a party worker ₹200 a day to work for you, then another one offers 500. You buy your tickets. If today there's a talk about people selling party tickets, there are certain parties which openly say, yes, what's wrong in that? We've asked each candidate, because he's going to become a beneficiary by becoming an MLA or an MP, pay 25 lakhs. I'm sorry, I'm just taking time, but I've...
You have another 2 minutes.
So you pay 25 lakhs, is anybody asking, is that black money, white money, is it given by check, how is it to be spent? And also sorry to say that in earlier days when you had the money that you had to declare and spend, you would show that you were putting advertisements in the paper saying so-and-so leader is coming and this is their tour program. The public were informed through advertisements put in the papers by the parties. But today, because you want to limit your funds and you want to use it for various underground things like alcohol and everything else, the corruption of the media has taken place in an astounding way at the state level. There are editors of papers who have told me this. 30,000 for a 20-minute slot in the TV, but not paid across the board. If you write, you have to pay, in certain states you have to pay to be written for, and you have to pay not to be written against. And those who pay the reporter, you will get your coverage of what bhashan you gave where, how you traveled, and what great leader said what. But if you don't pay, you will be a non-existent player in that election according to what the newspapers have to say. That's what the main point I'm trying to make is, money goes underground. Alcohol is distributed inside empty cycle tires. So you will see in slum areas, people carrying lots of cycle tubes because the alcohol is inside them. How do we stop all this is what is very crucial, and as he rightly said, there is no law that can prevent all this. So what do we finally do? I would make one little suggestion, is that whatever possible, if parties got together, whatever possible in an election can be shared platforms. Why should every party put up a munch call the Thekedar, have loudspeakers, designate areas where you have a stage, and you say every party will give their bhashan from this stage. Designate places where you say this is a hoarding on which you can paste your posters. It happens in France, it happens in other countries. There are places where you can put up your posters. Why say no poster? That money will then go underground. You have to inform the public, and informing the public cannot always be done with little parchis on foot, with the kind of populations we have and the kind of problems it takes to keep party workers with you in a whole society which is becoming more and more marketized and not ideologically driven. I'll just end here because I don't want to take up time, but perhaps some of these very controversial things I've said need to be tackled, and I would appreciate your response on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir.